Hey friends, and welcome back to The Q. If this is your first time here, my name is Jazz, and The Q is where I sit with our favorite actors and reality stars to ask the burning question. What do you like to watch when you're not on screen? And today's guest is here to answer that question for us. Now, she was a finalist on one of my favorite new reality competition shows, Million Dollar Secret. She did walk away with the $1,000,000, but she really had me laughing the entire time. I am so excited to talk to her today. Please welcome Lauren G. Hey, Lauren.
Hi.
Do you know every time my fiance and I watched Million Dollar Secret together, and you know, in the beginning when there's so many people and you're trying to figure out people's names and
Yes.
stuff, and we're like, there's two Laurens, and it's Lauren T, Lauren G, and the
Yes.
way we remembered your name, like who you were, because you're like Lauren G, Warren G, like so
Regulators, mount
that's
up.
yep,
Yeah.
or the president, Warren G. Harding. So
I I was hoping you were gonna go the regulators route,
yes,
but I mean, I'll take the president too.
Listen, hey, we love hip hop, so it was definitely Warren G. Regulators for sure. But then I also am like, a little bit of an American history nerd, and I was like, oh, Warren G. Harding. But
It's
no,
funny, there was a cast care person, his name was Liam, and he would yell down the hallway at me, he'd be like, "Lauren J," and I'd be like, "Mount up." So, yeah.
regulators.
And then all the young cast were like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh
I was
gosh,
like, "Don't do that."
I could only imagine what was it like. Before we get into what you like to watch when you're not on screen, I do want to talk a little bit about Million Dollar. I loved this season so
Yeah,
much. You made it all the way to the final three. Were
yeah,
you surprised that you made it that far?
yes.
Okay.
1,000%. It's funny because I went in th I don't wanna sound too dramatic because it's not really my way, but 2025 was kind of my year of yes, right? I
Yes.
went through kind of a midlife crisis where I was like, "I need to do new things." I started running. I don't know. I
Love
started
that.
running and I got a therapist and I did all the things, and I started a TikTok, and somebody came to me and was like, "Would you wanna do a reality show?" And I was like, "Ah, you're probably fake." Right? Because on TikTok, it's just perverts and catfish. And so I the fact that I got through interviews because I thought this whole thing is a freaking hoot, and I'm gonna be able to tell my grandkids someday that I almost made it onto a reality show. And
Yeah.
then next thing you know, I'm on a plane to Canada, and I just thought, "What am I doing here? I probably am supposed to be in a meeting right now. I'm supposed to be making lunches." It just was so far outside of my comfort zone. I wasn't looking to go into reality TV. It just
Mhm.
wasn't supposed to be my path, and the fact that it happened and then I make it to the end, and honestly, I went in thinking, "I'm just gonna try and be myself. I don't think I can keep up with a whole bunch of lies and a whole
Mhm.
fake persona. I don't think I can do it." So, all I figure is when I realized how young everybody was, I was like, "They're gonna crash out and need a mama hug at some point, and I just need to be there for this, and maybe they don't vote out their mom."
Yeah.
Right?
That's not a bad strategy at all. Cause you faced, I think, probably what the least amount of heat for the length of time that you
Yeah.
were there. I think you had the least amount of heat on you. I think there were some suspicions, but
Yeah.
you weren't really under fire too much.
I wasn't, no, and if you read Reddit, which I don't suggest doing because it's hard out there, they a lot of people think that I just coasted to the end, but part of me
Mm.
wants to be like, "Maybe," but the other part of me is like, it is very difficult to fly under the radar for
Yes.
that long, especially when you get so few people,
Yep.
and to maintain a relationship without doing anything shady, without doing anything suspicious, it's
Mhm.
actually more difficult than you think, because at some point you want to crash out too, but
Yeah.
trying to manage those emotions because I didn't wanna come across as somebody who did that, it's actually
Mhm.
hard.
No, it is hard, and I think that is a really good point to bring up, right? Like when you watch shows like Big Brother, The Traders, other
Yeah.
competition series, Survivor even, the people who lay low, there is a point within the game that they have to start playing
Yes, you do.
bigger because if you're laying low for too long, then you become suspicious for laying low.
Yeah,
It's actually harder than us at home. We see it in real life strategy, gameplay,
yeah,
for you, I think that was one of the best displays of gameplay is like being able to maintain a lower profile, especially as we got to less and less people. So you're right. And Reddit,
it's
leave
hard.
Lauren G alone. Okay.
Listen, let it, man. That's difficult out there.
Well, listen, I hope people are continuing to watch Million Dollar Secret season 2. But we're here to talk about what you like to watch when you're not on TV.
I watch a lot of things.
I imagine I saw on your Instagram that you are a big true crimer. So we're gonna talk about a lot of true crime, but before we get there, let's take it back to little Lauren G. What
Okay.
were some of the TV shows and movies that you loved when you were growing up?
Oh my gosh. So, I mean, if we're going back to little, I if I got in trouble, my parents would not let me watch Jim and the Holograms for the real ones who remember that show. And then I was a big Saved by the Bell, all the
Mhm.
iterations of Saved by the Bell. In fact, my daughter is 10, and we just went through and streamed all the seasons and all the specials of Saved by the Bell, and she was so into it. And my little
Oh.
80s heart, 90s heart was so happy. And like when Kelly and Zach broke up over the Michael Bolton song, she's literally misty, and I'm just like, I know, he cheated, I know, but it's okay because they get married, right?
Oh, you know what? I did not watch Saved by the Bell. It's one of those shows where I didn't watch it, but I know all of the cultural references. I know all of the characters. I know all the
Yeah.
major players. So it certainly, was a part of my life. But we were talking about Edward Scissorhands. Now, is that a
Yes.
movie you liked back in the day?
I have a very vivid memory of Edward Scissorhands because I liked the ‘60s fashion of it
Yeah.
all, right?
Yes.
That's probably one of the things that sticks in my mind the most, and then when he gives all the women in the neighborhood the bonkers haircuts, and I just remember being there's a handful of them that I was like, "I don't mind it." Like, I
Yeah.
know it's supposed to be crazy, but I'm not mad at it.
It's so strange. It's one of those movies for me. I liked it when I was like really young. And it really says so much about me that my favorite childhood movies were like Edward Scissorhands, Nightmare Before Christmas, Coneheads, right? Really, really
I have
strange.
not heard about Coneheads in a very long time, and now I'm sitting here thinking, "I wonder if my daughter would like it because
Oh,
she and
you
I
should
we
totally
have
show
met
her.
her." I
Yeah.
should. I should show her that. I should show her Edward Scissorhands too.
For sure, absolutely, and I just love it's old school Johnny Depp, Winona Ryder, like, could
Classics.
it be any better? But look, we know you like true crime. I wanna
I
talk
love.
about true crime on screen and audio because I don't know if my subscribers who are watching or listening on the audio version, I don't know if you guys know this, but I used to be an executive podcast producer. So I used to develop them, create them, executive produce them. And the podcast that got me into podcasting, period, was Serial, Adnan Syed.
Oh my god. That was the very first podcast I ever listened to in the history of me loving podcasts, and I at the time, I had a really big dog. She was wonderful, may she rest in peace. But I would take her on 3-mile walks and listen to episodes of Serial, and I have never looked back.
Yes, are you a Serial season 1 like Adnan Syed, or did you listen to all? Because I think they have 3 seasons.
They do. I loved Adnan, and I have
Yeah,
very mixed feelings about Adnan,
yeah.
but I tried to listen to the second one, didn't get into it,
Mhm.
and then because it was about
The military guy.
a military like, a guy
Yeah.
who leaves the military, but Adnan, that was a big one for me, and to be my very first podcast, I probably measure all my podcasts against them.
Same, and nothing compares. It's a
No, it
you
doesn't.
know, it's so amazing now. You said you have mixed feelings. I have to ask, okay?
Oh god, I knew as soon as you said it that I was gonna
Yeah.
have to pick a side.
You have to do you think he did it?
Okay. I'm scared to say something controversial, but I
Say
think I
it.
just have to be honest.
Be honest.
I, after listening, always thought his buddy Jay, had some sort of role in it. Do I think Adnan did this whole thing by himself? No, I
Okay.
don't. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Do I think he maybe had something to do with it? Maybe.
Mm,
But I feel like Jay was very suspicious to me and has always been suspicious to me.
yeah. Jay Jay is so suspicious because you can't tell if he's suspicious because he has something to do with it, or if he's suspicious because he was doing what he thought the cops wanted him to do. But then I'm also just
Yes.
like, why would the cops be that invested in like
Yes.
framing this kid? It never. I'm on the fence about it, and that's why I asked you your definitive answer. I don't even have one myself.
I don't have it if it I left the podcast very curious about Jay, and I have
Yeah.
spent an unreasonable amount of time looking into Jay before
Mhm.
I was like, "Girl, you're not gonna solve this by yourself." I've watched the HBO series. I
Yeah.
know Adnan is out now. It is very complicated.
It's super complicated because I think the thing in the back of my mind is I'm like, I feel like they did not investigate Don enough.
Oh my god, thank you so much for
right?
bringing I was literally just thinking of Don because I was uncomfortable with Don. Didn't they he worked with her at a cell phone store?
Lens crafters. They worked
Lens
at Lens Crafters
crafters,
at the
an eye
mall.
store, and he's quite a bit older, and I
Yeah.
was like, "This is very uncomfortable for me." Because if I think of my daughter date she gets a fairly reasonable job as a teen, and then she's talking to this older man absolutely not.
And it's the thing with Don that always makes me a little suspicious outside because what was I watching or listening to? There's a podcast with these 2 lawyers. I think it's called The Prosecutors. They broke
I've
this
listened to that one.
Yeah, they
Oh
broke this
my
down.
god, this is gonna work.
Yeah. So they were saying that the story in Serial was that Don's mom was his manager, and so, like, she
Yes.
was his alibi, he had the time card. The
Yes.
prosecutors are like, there was no way for them to falsify the time card. So he was where he said he was, but the thing that keeps Don in the back of my mind, he never called Hay after she went missing, he never attempted to call her again. That is suspicious to me.
It is suspicious to me because listen, you never know how somebody's gonna react in that kind of stress. I have never been through that kind of stress. So
Yeah.
I'll be the first person to say, I don't know what I would do. But I feel like me knowing me, I would wanna call the number just to hear the voicemail.
Or just in case they might pick up,
What
like
if they you never know. Is it
yeah,
ringing?
right.
Does it ring? Does it go straight to voicemail? What if I just get to hear their voice? Like, I know I would do that. So it
Mhm.
is very strange that he just cut and run.
Yeah, but, in the prosecutor's podcast, I think they were saying, well, they weren't as serious as Serial made them out to be. So it's kind of like I guess the sentiment was like he's this kind of guy that's a little bit older. Hay was a lot more obsessed with him than he was her. So when he
That
learned that
tracks
she
for
was
me. Yeah.
yeah, so when he learned she was missing, it's kind of like, okay, well, I don't need to call her anymore. Like I'm not in love with her. But it always is in the back of my mind. But I will say this. I land somewhere. I'm closer on the side of Adnan likely did it.
You think
So,
so?
like
Yeah, I could be convinced.
you know what I'm saying?
I do. I do. I also remember Asia from the podcast,
Yeah.
and Asia was involved for a very long time, and I
Mhm.
feel like if Asia and I could just go get lunch, we could probably figure it out.
Yes. Seriously, and
I
that's the
know.
thing. It's like I'm not definitive on Adnan doing it. I just think everything that's been laid out to me, I'm left to just kind of be like, well, he likely did something, or like you said, has something to do with the he and Jay. Something is crazy there, but I'm like, it's the
Yes.
Don thing. It's also just could there have been just a random wrong place, wrong time thing? I don't know.
It's probably one of the weird I mean, honestly, there are a variety of cases that I don't know that we'll ever figure out what happened. I think she
Very
is
true.
one, Hay is one, Maura Murray is one, where I thank you for that reaction. I actually appreciate that very much. Because where the hell is Maura Murray?
Where the fuck is Maura Murray?
Thank you. Thank you for the energy in that because I don't know and I need to know before I leave this planet.
So, and outside of this, what got you into true crime? Like, were you always watching it when you were younger? Okay.
Listen, I am from the original Unsolved Mysteries generation.
Hello.
Robert
Hello.
Stack was a national treasure and we did not deserve him.
We didn't.
We didn't deserve him. And I did you know the episodes are on Prime? I still to this day will watch the old Robert Stack ones,
Yeah.
and most of them have updates, so it's like a whole new world.
Well, okay, I need to revisit because I loved my favorites were when they had an update.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, no. I haven't gone back to watch them. Robert Stack, the original Unsolved Mysteries, I was low key horror. That shit used to scare me.
Oh my god, until you got to the aliens ones, and
Yeah.
then I was like, "I'm out." Not that I don't believe, but also I need to solve something, and I know I'm not gonna solve this.
No, I mean, maybe now you will since they're starting to release stuff about aliens and UFOs and shit. Maybe we'll start to get some updates on some of those.
Right, now they're releasing the files, but back in the day, I was like, "Listen, there are things I need to solve." And
Yeah.
then what's funny is now that I've rewatched them, and I saw the episode with Matthew McConaughey where he, like,
Well, he
pretended to get shot, and I was just like
yes, his first role, right?
it
His first
it
credited
was,
role.
and he did a great job. Not that he needs my approval, but he has it.
That my sister and I were actually talking the other day because we were like, name a better heartthrob than Matthew McConaughey in his rom-com prime. We only came up with Paul Walker as a
Yes.
comp, but I was like, there's nobody that's touching Matthew McConaughey. Not even
No.
Denzel, Josh Lucas. I mean, name
Listen, I will watch Denzel in all the Equalizers in a whole day and have the
Mhm.
best time.
He's fi he was fine, he was gorgeous.
And also Fool's Gold, if we can bring it back to McConaughey, like, I know
Mhm.
everybody likes How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I am Fool's Gold
Really?
because he's tan and he looks like he smells a little funky. I'm here for it.
Yeah, he's I wholeheartedly admit How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, McConaughey, that is my
Peak. I get it.
anyway, let's go back to unsolved mysteries because I have a like
Yes.
to be a rapid fire round to do
Okay,
with
go.
you. Okay.
I'm nervous that I'm gonna fail, but let's try it.
There's no way to fail this. There's no
Okay.
right or wrong answer. Unsolved Mysteries or America's Most Wanted?
Unsolved Mysteries.
Okay. Forensic Files or Dateline?
Dateline.
Snapped or Deadly Women?
This is a wonderful one. I'm gonna go Deadly Women.
Oh,
I know. I think that's a hot take. I stand by it. Not a good
it
time.
is, and I thought I knew you because I just knew, even though I've never met you until right now, I was like, "She's gonna go with Snapped," but it's
Let me
because
tell
I
you
would
why.
go with
Can I
Snapped.
just tell you why Deadly Women?
Yes,
I know we're doing rapid fire.
absolutely.
I get a kick out of it's made by the Aussies and the Australian women playing Southern women when
Mm,
the Southern women do things that are untoward, and I get a kick out of that, and I will watch that all day long.
yeah, yeah. Snapped is just, it's an OG. It's an oldie but
It
goodie.
is. The narrator's voice and Snap,
Mhm.
the OG narrator, there's nobody better.
Yes, yes. Cold Case Files or First 48?
Cold Case Files.
Now this one's gonna be hard. This is the last one.
Okay.
This might be the hardest one.
Okay.
2020 or 48 hours?
Oh, no.
I know.
I'm
I
gonna go
know.
40 I'm gonna go 48 hours. I still to this day will turn on 48 Hours Mystery, even
Yeah.
though I've seen all of them, and then when they put them on Netflix, I was like, "Come on, Netflix."
Yeah, and they're on YouTube too, full episodes on YouTube, and, like,
I
I
mean,
will
leave
just
it
turn it
alone.
on, and then you can have it in I'll turn it on YouTube, and obviously not watching it, but in the car because then you are listening to it like it's a podcast, and, like,
Yes.
yeah, I honestly, I wouldn't have been able to answer that one because 'cause I'm also 2020 is, like,
I have an
that
absolute
girl.
favorite 2020 episode, though.
Which one?
Dahlia DiPolito. Do
The
you rem
lady who tried to get a hitman for her husband.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Dahlia DiPolito, I don't care how many podcasts I listen to, I don't care how many times I see the same 2020. I am fascinated by her, and I
Yes.
wanna know everything about her. Where is she today? How is prison? She's probably doing great,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
God, and then she got pregnant. So much curiosity.
Now I need to talk to you about SVU, Law& and Order SVU.
The only Law& and Order I'm interested in watching.
SVU is the GOAT of that entire franchise.
Listen, and okay, I am fine with the new cast.
Mhm,
But if it was between Newcast and Stabler, I'm gonna watch a Stabler.
100%. Like, they could literally get rid of everybody just to have Liv and Stabler and
Yeah.
Tutuola. Because 'cause I'm also like
1000%. And Munch, yes, 1000%. Give me
yes,
the
'cause
OG 4,
mhm.
I'm fine.
Yeah. What are some of your other true crime scripted shows that you like?
Oh, True Crime Script, Criminal Minds.
Oh, yeah. Mhm,
Criminal
mhm.
Minds is big. I, for a long time, played a lot of Criminal Minds, and then when I was in my running phase, which whatever, it's been a minute, I considered it a running show, so I would only allow myself to watch it if I got on the treadmill,
Oh, I love that.
and that was, like, my motivation, and I watched all of the Criminal Minds, and then I got really excited when who was it? In the 1st season, was her name Elle? I can't remember. One of the first girls that kinda I wasn't a fan, and then
Mhm.
when she got crazy and shot somebody that she wasn't supposed to shoot and then left, I was like, "Alright, let's go.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
here." And then when
yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt was on, I was like, "This doesn't make any sense, but I'm
Mm.
here for it."
I love Jennifer Love Hewitt. She's on do you watch 911 with her?
Okay, I don't, but I
Okay.
want to. It's
Yeah.
one of my shows that if I can find some time to pick it up, that's one 'cause I have my little list of girl crushes, and she's on it.
Yeah. I mean, she's the girl on TV. Shout out to LFO. Of course.
May most of them rest in peace.
I know. Dude, now
What
that is
is that a
always so
conspiracy
good to
theory
me.
we need to talk about?
You know what I'm saying? Are you into conspiracy theories?
I mean, I can be.
Oh, I was gonna say now we could do another episode just on conspiracy theories because damn.
I
But
watched all
yeah,
those Bladen Confidentials.
I have to know. I mean, obviously there's an explanation for what happened to all of them, but it is just so strange that so many of them met like untimely fate. But it was like I think two of them had like cancer, just like
2 I
normal
mean,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, the only one that's left is the really cute one, Brad.
Yep, Brad. There's a lot with them, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. And yeah, Jennifer Love Hewitt, she's on 911, which is like pretty good, but it is a commitment. So if you sit down to watch it, like just be prepared because I
I
think
gotta
they're on
invest.
like they have so many seasons and there's so many episodes per season, so it's a lot. How do you feel about Cold Case? Did you ever watch that?
I did. I wasn't great that has the blonde, right? And she kinda had the
Yep,
wispy
yep.
front hair. Yeah, I watched a few of them, but for the most part, I didn't pick that one up, and I don't know why. There's a handful that I feel like I would really get into that,
Mhm.
and then I just don't. There was also one that had they would find missing people, and I'm trying to think of the name of it, and it had okay, we're gonna go deep tracks.
Okay.
Empire Records, the movie
No.
Empire Records.
No, I don't know that one.
That's a great one. But there's a guy in there and he's the main character. I wish I could think of it. It'll come to me. I'll text
Mhm.
you at 2 AM when I think of it.
Yes, please do. What was the first true crime documentary that you remember?
If you were to put my kids in front of you right now, they would say mom's favorite show is documentary. They
Oh.
don't know that there are a cajillion documentaries. I remember when on Mother's Day and your kids bring home, my mom is this and my
Yeah.
mom says this. And it was like, my mom's favorite thing to watch is documentary. And I was like, that tracks. The first one I don't know that I remember the first one that I watched that changed me, but I know the one that I was traumatized by the most was fairly recent, and it was Abducted in Plain Sight.
With the religious family, the one on Netflix where he took the daughter,
Yeah, and
but he
had
also had
relationships with both parents.
that is
I
one of
can't.
the most insane
I know.
stories.
It took me a long time to recover from that, and I'm a notorious rewatcher,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Because I have noise on while I work and I don't wanna pay attention to it because I need to focus on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I rewatch a lot of the same stuff. I have watched The Vow 47,000 times.
The Vow, the movie
The series about Keith Raniere
oh,
and
no,
the
okay, I'm thinking
Nexium
something else.
people. I
Whoa.
wanna circle back to that.
Yeah.
But Abducted in Plain Sight is the first crime documentary that I have never rewatched because I was so messed up by it.
Yeah, because it's just insane.
Yes.
Just complete insanity. I somebody on
Yes.
TikTok was recently doing that case over, and I was just like, "Man, the details of the case, every time I hear it, I'm like, I cannot believe this happened."
No, that and Dear Zachary is probably another one that I will never watch again in my whole life.
I almost started crying right now. I almost started crying right now. That is one of the most
Mm-mm.
heartbreaking documentaries ever.
Could not agree with you more. And also the level of frustration. I love Canada. I spent a wonderful 3 weeks in Canada filming a reality show,
Mm,
but what she was allowed to get away with and
yes.
ultimately do, I don't wanna
Yeah.
spoiler alert it, but
Mhm.
I am not okay, still.
No. No, shout out to our friends in the North, but not shout out for that because that
No.
lady, she should have been under the jail.
Yes. Yes, she should not I don't even wanna talk about it.
Yeah, no, that one's so sad, and that's one of the ones where I tell people, now that is one I'll never watch that one again.
I
I will
won't ever
never watch
watch
that
it
one again.
again. I won't ever watch Abducted in Plain Sight. One that involved kids,
Yeah,
I struggle.
yeah.
I don't even know if I struggle with them, but once I had kids, I don't know if it's related to that, but it bothers me at a core level. There's even a
Yeah.
podcast I was listening to about the Girl Scout murders in the 70s, and
Mhm.
somebody reported they heard crying, and I turned it off, and I've never gone back to it. I turned
Yeah,
it off, I was done, I can't hear it,
yeah.
I don't want it, but that's probably Abducted in Plain Sight, Dear Zachary are the ones that traumatize me the most.
Before I let you go though, what are you watching now, Lauren? And this doesn't have to be anything true crime, just what are you watching right now that is interesting or entertaining or that you think more people need to be watching?
What do more people need to be watching? I will probably turn on The Vow for the 48,000th time. There's something about that story that my brain doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's a big one for me. I haven't watched anything incredibly new. I'm very excited for the new. I don't do a lot of reality TV, which I know is weird, but I'm very excited for Below Deck Sailing Yacht when it comes on in the fall.
Oh, you're a Below Deck fan. I love
I'm a
that.
Below Deck and Southern Charm girl. I don't do a lot of anything else. I'm gonna be watching Perfect Match because of Handsome Nick, and
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it. Right, so support Handsome Nick.
Who's
And
your favorite on Southern Charm?
okay, complicated
If you have
question.
a favorite.
Now, Molly. I love
Okay.
Molly. I love her cluttered house because I live with kids, right? So it's just junk. And then I loved Cameron and Chelsea back in
Mhm.
the day.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
guys, I think, are morons. Every
Idiot.
last one of them.
Yes.
God
All
bless
of
them.
them.
I'm sure Austin's beer is fine. I don't have any of Craig's pillows.
No.
Not a one. I miss the days of Cameron and Chelsea. If Cameron
Mhm.
and Chelsea got their own show, I would watch it.
Yeah, I think Chelsea's gonna be on something.
She's on an HG show.
Yes, yes. Yep, she's gonna be
She
on something
is.
on HGTV. I remember I saw that because the photo that they used of her, I was like, "That's such a 2007 photo." She had the Hollywood hump hairstyle.
Oh, the bump it.
Yeah, with the bump it, I was like, "Ooh, that took me back to '07 for sure."
Well, I miss a Jersey Shore bump it. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't, but I do. I miss the nostalgia of it all.
simpler times.
There was no pandemic. We
No.
were just a bunch of idiots running around. Social media wasn't so hurtful.
Right. Oh, I can only imagine. And also being on reality TV, social media it's already brutal when you're just a person existing, or in my case, a content creator, but someone who is on TV, on a network like on a streamer like Netflix,
Yeah.
on a show that is gaining popularity, I'm sure that people are the worst. But I'll tell you, if it makes you feel better, I
Yes.
thoroughly enjoyed watching you. I thought you were
Thank you.
hilarious the entire time. I was a fan from day one.
Thank you. I just wanted to be in there and to have a sense of humor about the whole thing. It's very easy to take it so seriously.
Yeah.
And I also was like, you can't do that because you're going to lose your mind if you
Yeah.
do that. The other thing is, I have had more nice comments than not nice comments,
Right.
but there is one person on Reddit who went in real deep at me, and it was like, I feel like I probably need to reach out to them so we can make sure she's okay. She like really got into me putting my insecurities onto other people, and I was like, I didn't realize I was doing that. Well,
Yeah.
she got into the weeds of therapy type of stuff, and it was like, wow. If you just want to call me fat, I can handle that. Or if you want to call me dumb, I can handle that. But this is deep,
Yeah.
deep seated.
That's almost the worst thing when people are misunderstanding who you are at your core as a person. That's
Yeah.
almost more hurtful.
Also, some people did not like me calling everyone dummies, and I was like, "That's like a term of endearment for me." I include myself in that. I don't mean that offensively. And honestly, Miko's in that house, who's the smartest human on this planet.
She's brilliant, and House of Dummies, that was iconic.
I hope so.
They named the episode after the
I
quote.
didn't even realize that. My sister called me and was like, "Did you know that they named that episode that?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
It was iconic.
So some people don't like that, and they were like, "She's taking out her insecurities on other people," and I'm like, I don't
Oh
think I
gosh.
don't mean to do that,
Yeah.
but you know,
People are so weird these days. I'm like, you would never survive in the asylum that was Jersey Shore. Okay. You would never survive
no, real
those
world.
early days. You would never survive the MTV's Next era. Okay.
That is the meanest show on the planet. Can we just I know you want to be done with me, but
No,
that's the meanest show on this planet.
awful, awful.
The fact that you could literally walk off the bus and someone could just immediately know, I would have been a mess of tears.
And we were all sitting at home laughing at the shit. Okay. It was
You
funny.
Okay, tell me if you remember this show or if it was a fever dream of mine, where guys or girls would have a lineup of the ones that they might be interested in, and then they would go through their bedroom.
Was it Room Raiders?
Room Raiders.
Yes. Yes. Room Raiders.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Just leave my private space private.
Room Raiders was insane. I want them to do a reboot of Room Raiders, but I need it to be phone raiders. And then now three people you like, and I get to go through your search history, your Reddit comments.
I don't think you're gonna wanna do that.
Yeah, because nobody's gonna ever find a partner that way because we're gonna realize everybody's a psychopath and a
I
porn
know.
addict. Yeah.
I don't I mean, at some level, I just don't wanna know.
Yeah. Sometimes secrets need to be kept. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes they do. I'm not trying to keep secrets because I'm doing anything nefarious. Sometimes I wanna just keep secrets because sometimes I'm weird. Just let me have that.
That's it. That's it. And so funny you said nefarious. Do you, and you're a Southern Charm fan, do you notice that Shep and Craig, neither of them ever pronounce the word right? They always say nefarious.
They do, and it drives me insane. I'm like, "Listen, I know I had the same Southern education that y'all did, and I know you know how to pronounce it.
It cracks me up every time because I'm like, by all accounts, Chef is intelligent. There's so many
He's
other
so
things we can
smart.
say, but he's so smart and he always says nefarious incorrectly. He had me questioning it, and I'm like, no, I know words. I know it's nefarious.
I feel like I wanna change my email signature at work to I know words.
Gosh, Lauren, this was way too much fun because I'm really like, what are you doing next week? Because you need to come
I'm
back and
free,
we
give
talk
me a
some more.
call. I will make time for you.
Can you let my subscribers know where they can find you and follow you if you would like them to?
Yes, the most important thing is Daisy and I have a comedy true crime, which I understand is an oxymoron, comes out tonight. It comes first episode gets released tonight. It's called This Can't Be Reality on YouTube. I'm on the socials. I'm Lauren Keeps Going on TikTok. I'm Lauren Gearth on the Instagram. I said the Instagram like a millennial. And I'm Lauren Ward Gearth on Facebook.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Q with Lauren G. Listen, the Q, we usually stick to a certain script, and we are always just only talking about TV and film and what people like to watch, what they binge watch. But listen, when you start talking true crime, it gets a little crazy. Okay, so make sure you guys check out Lauren and Daisy's YouTube channel, podcast. This Can't Be Reality. It should be out by the time this comes out. Their first episode should be out. So make sure you are checking them out there. Make sure you are continuing to watch $1 Million Secret, especially if you haven't watched it yet. Tap into season 1 and then watch season 2, which is the season that Lauren is on. She is hilarious. It's an amazing show. And until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.